What exactly happens behind closed doors every morning between Katy and Joong? Is it something romantic, or something no one ever expected? The world thought they knew this couple until now. The unexpected thing Katy does with Joong. Every single morning is finally revealed, and trust us, it's not what you think. Get ready to be surprised, moved, and maybe even a little jealous. Join Red Carpet Revealed as we dive deep into the heart of their morning ritual starting now. For months, rumors had swirled about the mysterious morning routine of one of South Korea's most beloved actors, Joong and his enigmatic partner, Katy Louise Saunders. The couple, always elegant, always poised, rarely shared the details of their private life, leaving fans to piece together fragments desperate for a glimpse into their world. But now an explosive revelation has surfaced, and it's changing everything. It began with a faint whisper, a fleeting comment made during an interview by someone close to the couple. "She does something different every morning," the source had said with a nervous laugh. At first, no one thought much of it, but in the world of celebrity, even a single cryptic sentence can crack open a floodgate. Soon after, reporters stationed outside the couple's luxurious home in Rome noticed something unusual. Every morning at exactly 6:43 a.m., Katy would emerge barefoot, carrying a small object wrapped in silk. She would make her way to a quiet balcony overlooking their private garden, where Joong waited, eyes closed, hands clasped. The air seemed to still, birds hushed, even the wind held its breath. And then she would sing. But this wasn't just any song. According to those close enough to overhear, it was a lullaby in Italian, ancient and haunting. Her voice trembled at first, then grew stronger, richer, echoing through the quiet Roman morning. But the shock came not from the melody itself. It was what she did next. As she reached the final note, Katy would place the silk-wrapped object in Joong's hands. Observers through high-powered lenses finally saw what it was: a single Polaroid photo. But not the same one every day. Each photo was different moments captured from their lives together. Some were light-hearted, a flower-covered Joong cooking pasta, Katy making faces behind him. Others were more intimate, a quiet moment on the floor with their newborn child, tears in Joong's eyes, Katy's hand over his heart. Each photo seemed to symbolize something deeper, a memory, a promise, a wound healed. And then came the real twist. A former assistant of Katy's came forward anonymously with a startling revelation. "She's been doing this every single day since the day they met," the assistant claimed. Even when they were in different countries, she would send him the photo and voice recording of her singing. He never started his day without it, not once. It's their vow, their ritual. But why? Another insider, this time from Joong's close circle, shared a heartbreaking detail. After his divorce, he suffered quietly, smiled in public but broke down in private. Katy's ritual saved him. It gave him a reason to wake up, a reason to feel loved again. And now, years later, that ritual continues, an unbroken chain of devotion. When asked about it during a private event, Joong's eyes misted as he smiled softly. "People think romance is about flowers and dinners, but real love, it's someone doing the same small, beautiful thing every morning just to remind you that your heart is safe." Fans around the world were left stunned, not by the grandeur, but by the simplicity. The raw emotional power of a daily act, so intimate, so personal, yet so quietly enduring. Social media exploded. Katy morning ritual began trending globally as fans recreated the ritual with their partners, sharing old photographs, singing lullabies, and writing heartfelt messages. What began as a private ritual is now inspiring thousands to find meaning in the small things, the quiet gestures, the unseen devotion. In a world obsessed with spectacle, Katy and Joong have reminded us that sometimes the most romantic thing is what no one sees. A morning song, a photo, and a love that never forgets. While the world sees them as a power couple gracing red carpets and international premieres, few realize how fragile their beginning truly was. Sources close to the couple revealed that Katy and Joong's first few months together were marked by silence, not from a lack of love, but from a deep mutual understanding of pain. "He didn't want to talk. He was rebuilding himself," said a longtime friend of Joong. But Katy never asked questions. She would just sit next to him, hum softly, or leave small notes around the house. That's when the morning ritual began. At first, it was a simple gesture, one photo left by his bed, a soft tune she hummed while making tea. But day after day, the ritual grew, evolving into something sacred. Even when Joong left for overseas filming, Katy ensured that the tradition continued. Every morning, without fail, his phone would light up with a photo and a recorded lullaby. And if network signals failed, she would send handwritten letters via express courier, timed to arrive by dawn. This level of commitment stunned even those within their closest circle. The ritual almost ended once, and what happened next was heartbreaking. But like all love stories, theirs was tested. In late 2023, Joong suffered a serious health scare while filming abroad. For the first time in 2 years, he didn't open Katy's morning message. He was unconscious in a hospital room in Spain. The moment Katy received the call, she boarded a red-eye flight and flew for 15 hours straight. She didn't tell anyone. She didn't sleep. She simply clutched the photo meant for that day in her hands. Witnesses at the hospital described what happened next as a scene out of a film. She walked into the ICU with bare feet and tears running down her face. She didn't ask for permission. She just sat next to him and started to sing the lullaby a nurse recalled visibly emotional. And within moments, no one knows how or why his fingers twitched. He stirred. He opened his eyes. The moment was captured by hospital CCTV. And though the footage was never released, one staff member described it as the single most romantic thing I have ever seen in my life. It was after that near-tragic event that Joong insisted on preserving the ritual more formally. According to reports, he commissioned a craftsman in Florence to create a velvet-lined wooden chest in which he stores every single photo Katy has ever given him. Over 700 photographs now rest inside it, each labeled, dated, and cherished. A message to the world and a lesson in love. When the couple was recently spotted in Paris at a film gala, Joong gave an emotional speech during a private dinner. I've worked with brilliant directors, I've played kings, soldiers, assassins, but the greatest role of my life is waking up as her husband every morning. He turned to Katy, who smiled back with tears in her eyes. The audience fell silent, many wiping away tears. It wasn't a performance, it was raw truth, lived and earned. In an age where public love is often loud, performative, and fleeting, what Katy and Joong share is something rare, quiet devotion. No drama, no scandals. Just a private ritual that, once revealed, captured the imagination of millions. Fans react. This isn't a love story, it's a soul story. Within hours of the article's initial publication, fans flooded social media platforms. One tweet went viral. She sings, he listens, she remembers, he heals. This isn't a love story, it's a soul story. Couples around the world began recreating the ritual, sharing photos and songs with hashtags like Daily Love Ritual and Inspired by Katy. Therapists and relationship coaches even began referencing the couple's ritual in sessions, encouraging partners to create their own version of the morning gift. I realized I hadn't truly seen my partner in years, one commenter wrote. Thanks to Katy, I started leaving a note on the pillow each day. It changed everything. What's next for the couple? Insiders say Katy and Joong are planning something even more profound, a private memoir. Tentatively titled Morning Always, the book will allegedly chronicle the full story behind their daily ritual, complete with personal photographs, lullaby lyrics, and entries from their private journals. It's said to be not a celebrity memoir, but a love letter to anyone who's ever needed to rebuild. No release date has been confirmed, but publishers are already in fierce bidding wars. One thing is certain, fans will be waiting. In a world of fleeting headlines and forgotten romances, the story of Katy and Joong reminds us of something far more powerful than passion or fame, consistency, care, and quiet love. Because sometimes the most extraordinary thing you can do for someone is simply never stop showing up. Would you like me to create a companion article from Katy's point of view or simulate fan letters reacting to this story?